everybody, it is Tito Capote, and we're back with some more Master Duel. We're actually doing Live Twins again. First, an announcement. So, I'll be doing Master Duel for, like, consistently for a bit, just because I'm at my parents' house, and, the internet here sucks, and I cannot do, fighters videos, or at least I don't think I can. I'm gonna try again later, probably tomorrow. See, well, for you guys, it's gonna be, like, way in the past, but I'm gonna try again and see if it works. If it doesn't, then we're just gonna do Master Duel. If not, then I'll do Fighters and Master Duel. But for now, let's get into the Live Twin deck list, because I didn't do that the last time I did the Live Twin deck, and it's kind of important. So, well, not important, but if you guys want to see what it is, then you can see what it is. Anyway, let's get into it. So first, one effect veiler for I'm gonna say it's a cross-out target. No, most of you aren't going to know what the hell that means, but just bear with me. I'll explain it later. Just keep watching. Anyway, it's a cross-out target, and it's good for effect negation. It's just a good card. Then 3 Drone Lockbird, because it kills Drytron. Drytron is stupid, and I hate it, and this makes it this makes me want to, like, you know, stab myself a little bit less when I play against it. Anyway, what it does is when your opponent searches or adds cards to their hand, not in the draw phase, you can activate it, and for the rest of the turn, both players cannot add cards to their hands. Which is good. Then, Live Twin Kiss-A-Kill. So, the Live Twin Kiss-A-Kill and Live Twin Lilla are the heart and soul of this deck. So, what these cards do is they both have an effect to gain and lose life points when your opponent's attack. Kiss-A-Kill gains, Lilla subtracts from your opponent's life points. But those effects don't really matter. You don't really want to keep these cards on the field. What matters is that they summon each other out. Kiss-A-Kill can summon a Lilla monster, and Lilla can summon a Kiss-A-Kill monster, and this includes the holiday versions of the cards too. Maybe I'll explain the backstory of the cards because it's cool. I think it's cool. It's why I built the deck. But I'll explain it maybe when we're playing and, like, your opponent's doing stuff that I just don't care about. And anyway, that's what the Live Twin cards do. Also, a cool thing is that the other one doesn't have the only caveat to the effect is that you have to have no cards on the field, no monsters on the field to activate it besides this one. So if for some reason Kiss-A-Kill summons, activates the effect, then leaves the field before Lilla is summoned, Lilla can actually summon back another Kiss-A-Kill. It doesn't matter. It just works really well that way, and it's weird that it does, but it just does. Then Live Twin Lilla Treat. The holiday Live Twins both have the effect to special summon themselves when they have the other one on the field. So if if there's a Kiss-A-Kill monster on the field, Live Twin Lilla Treat can summon herself out. If there's a Lilla monster on the field, Frost can summon herself out. Now, Frost makes it so that Lilla is the better normal summon because you can summon Frost out, and Frost is better than Treat. Treat kind of sucks. All she does is that when she's in the graveyard and Evil Twin monster battles, you can subtract the difference in attack from one of your opponent's monsters by banishing it. It's not that good, but it's a free special summon, so it's kind of that you still play it. Then you play 2 Kiss-A-Kill Frost. Kiss-A-Kill Frost, you only play 2 because it's searchable, and you don't always want to see it. You never really want to see 2 in your hand. And it's searchable, so it doesn't really matter. But what she does is she can special summon, she can do whatever I said she could do, and then while she's in the graveyard, if your opponent and you have an Evil Twin monster on the field, this is important. If your opponent adds a card to the hand, not in the draw phase, you can draw 1 card by banishing it. Drawing a card is really good in this game if you don't already know that, so it's a really good card. Then 3 Ash Blossom as a cross-out target. Drone Lockbird's also a cross-out target. I also meant to say that. But also because we play 3 of her because she is really good. She's probably one of the best hand traps in the game, and she is the most applicable. She will be good against every deck no matter what. Ash Blossom is just one of the best cards in the game. She deserves that ultra rare. And 1 backup secretary, because you still want to get if you get an extra summon, it's always good. And you want 3 summons for your first turn combo. I'll go through that combo when we play the games, but anyway, or like I'll explain a little when we're doing this, just because, like, you know. But anyway, 2 Ghost Spells as cross-out targets. Ghost Spell really hurts this deck, but also because Ghost Spell is just a good card. It's really good against Eldritch, it's really good against cards that use the graveyard, and it's just a good card. 1 Scythe, because this is one of the most degenerate cards I've ever seen, and it's so easy to do in this deck and in a lot of other decks, which is why it's so popular. But maybe not in Master Duel. Maybe you haven't seen it in Master Duel, but in the TCG, which is like real people, well, I guess you're all real people, but real Yu-Gi-Oh, like where you go and play in person, this is really popular right now, and it's really annoying. So when you can set it on the field, and when it's set on the field as a spell and trap card, you can, if it's destroyed, you can summon it back and then activate the effect to make it so that your opponent cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. Extra deck, sorry. And that's really good because a lot of decks like their extra deck a lot. And if you don't have access to the extra deck, a lot of decks can't do anything. So, that's painful, and I play it because it's really good in this deck, and I just always feel bad when I resolve it, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. 3 Parallel Exceed because it gets an extra 2 bodies on board. When there is a link monster summon, you can summon it to the zone the link monster points to, and summon another one from your deck, and both the levels become 4. So you actually use this to go into Exceed plays, and it's probably, right now, the extra deck is very cluttered, like very tight. So it's not really good to do that because you just really want the extra bodies on board a lot of the time, and it just really helps out. Just fight through interruption, like do whatever. 1 Nibiru as a cross out target, and Nibiru is good, so you don't really mind it having one in your deck. 2 Pot of Avarice. So this, you can target 5 monsters in your graveyard, shuffle them back in the deck, draw 2 cards. Really good. This deck uses a lot of hand traps. None of them, they're all nice little people. Anyway, so you can use them to recycle your cards. You dump a lot of cards into the graveyard very easily, especially with your turn 1 combo. So you can use this, draw 2 cards, get more hand traps, get more interruption, get more protection. It's whatever, it's good. 1 Lightning Storm as a cross out target, also spell and trap card removal. I only have 1 Lightning Storm. I would play more instead of these cards, but these cards I'm only really playing because I'm a high rank, and I really recommend playing spell and trap card removal in main deck if you are a high rank, because Eldritch is everywhere, and Eldritch is annoying. Anyway, 3 Live Twin Sunny Snitch, because this card searches any of your Live Twin monsters, which gets you extension, which gets you starters, which is very good. And it has the extra little effect that while there's an Evil Twin monster on the field and this card is on the field, every time your opponent summons, they take 200 points of damage, and that is very good. It actually comes up quite a bit, and it can and if you have multiple copies, the effect stacks, which is like, it doesn't come up often, but sometimes you burn you do like 7,000 points of effect damage in one turn, and it's, you know, it feels okay. Then 4 Spell and Trap card removal, Twin Twister, discard 1 card, destroy 2 spells traps. Cosmic Cyclone, pay 1,000 life points, banish spell and trap. Eldritch is stupid. Eldritch trap decks, they're all stupid in this game because it's not best of 3, and I really recommend playing at least some spell and trap card removal. I want to play, I play 4 because I have the Lightning Storm in the deck, and you know, 4 is enough. You'll usually see one in your opening hand. 1 Called by the Grave because it's really good. I don't have 2, or I would play 2. And it's also a cross-out target. It actually matters sometimes. 2 cross-outs. So what I've been saying about cross-out targets this whole time, I will explain this card. This card is very good, especially if your deck is fragile to interruption. So what this does is you can declare 1 card name in your deck, banish that card from your deck, and then negate all of that card's effects for the rest of the turn. So you can, if someone, for example, Nibiru's, you can chain this, banish Nibiru from your deck, and then negate Nibiru's effects. The Nibiru stays in their hand, unlike other hand traps which discard themselves, but they can't Nibiru for the turn, and honestly at that point who cares, because you don't get Nibiru'd, and this card has saved my life in real life. So not saved my life, but I love this card, especially since all of my decks lose to Nibiru. I hate this card. This card is cancer, and it's not really, it's a really good card. It keeps combo decks in check. It's just, I play rogue decks which are like not really good decks and that lose to a lot, and this card just destroys every single one of my decks. So this card just upsets me to my very core. But anyway, then we play 2 Forbidden Droplet. Forbidden Droplet is really good, especially in this deck, because you can use one of these cards as a tribute, summon the other one out, then the other one summons the one that you sacrificed right back, and all while negating an effect, which is really good. And they can't respond to it. So, Forbidden Droplets, honestly, get this card if you're in Master Duel, especially over some of the other stupid ultra rares. Like, I'd much rather have Forbidden Droplets than like Ghost Spell, or not Ash Blossom, but maybe Nibiru. Definitely Effect Veiler. It's much better than Effect Veiler. Forbidden Droplets is literally just Effect Veiler on steroids. Then 3 Live Twin Home, because you can discard a card to special summon. This is good for starting or extending. So for example, one thing you can do is you can go into Sky Cavalry, attack, go into Downward, go into Zeus, use Zeus to clear the board of any like threats and stuff, then use Home, summon out another Live Twin, use the Zeus to go into an Evil Twin, and then do your combo from there. Or you can proc Dagda with this. Well, I'll explain what Dagda does, but it's basically you can do the Scythe thing with this. Then 1 Infinite Impermanence as a crossout target, and 1 Evil Twin challenge, which summons back an Evil Twin or a Live Twin. It's just really good. I would play more cards than this if I didn't have to play the Spell and Trap card removal, but unfortunately I do, so this is one. And I am playing a 44 card deck. Honestly, it's just because of the Spell and Trap card. I wouldn't play this if I weren't a higher rank. It's just I'm like the highest rank there is, so it's like I kind of have to, because if not, then I usually can't do anything, which is just annoying, especially since so many people are playing Skill Drain, which is just like cancerous card. But anyway, let's go into the extra deck. So first, 1 Sky Cavalry Centuria. So this, it lets you attack and not die, and then you can summon Downward, which lets you go into Zeus with more materials. And Zeus is, for those of you who haven't seen any of my other videos, Zeus is kind of busted. So not once per chain, which for those of you who know Yu-Gi-Oh, know what that means, but if for those of you who don't, it means you can activate it basically as much times as you want, as long as you have the Xyz materials for it, which is really stupid, because it's like you can do it you can activate it, then they change something to negate that effect. You can just activate it again, and the effect isn't negated because it activates, it nukes everything. Yeah, if they negate the effect after that, it's like, whatever, I already used my 2 charges on it. So it's like, it's dumb. This Link Disciple is for your first turn combo, so you summon this using Kissikill or Lilla, then you go into Devotee, then activate the effect to tribute Devotee, and then draw a card and shuffle 1 back. Honestly, that part of the effect isn't important, it's the tributing part, because Devotee, when it is tributed, you can summon 2 tokens, which then you use to go into IP Mask Arena, then you use to go into Crusadia Abramax, which is a busted, well, not busted, but it's a really good card. Then Dagda, so what this does is when there's card effect on the field activated, you can set an artifact monster from your deck into your Spell and Trap card zone. With this, you set Scythe, and then you can link it off for whatever, and it doesn't matter because it's used and gross. Anyway, Evil Twin Kissikill. So what she does is she can revive a Lilla monster from the graveyard, and when she is summoned while there's a Lilla monster on the field, you can draw a card, which is really good because card advantage is really good in this game. Evil Twin Lilla. What this does is it can summon back a Kissikill monster. Yeah, and when it's summoned while there's a Kissikill monster on the field, you can destroy a card on the field, which you usually use to destroy Scythe, which is stupid, but you can do it, so why not? Then 1 Unicorn just to like get the Lilla or the Kissikill off the field on turn 2, and also just shuffle back a card in your opponent's field, because that's really good. You could also go into it through IP Mask Arena, and that's an interruption, which is good. Crusadia Abramax is the boss monster of the deck. You get another boss monster in Burst of Destiny, which makes this deck so much better. But anyway, for now, in Master Duel, we don't have those cards, which I'm hoping we get in the update that's happening tomorrow. I'm filming this on the 16th. We're getting an update today because of the event tomorrow, and man, I really want the cards to come out, but if they don't, that doesn't matter. But if they do, I probably will be spending money on this game just to get those cards. Anyway, so what this card does is it can't be targeted, and if you summon it with IP, it can't be destroyed. It can, when it's attacked or when it does attack, it can gain your opponent's attack points, and your opponent can only activate attack this card. Anyway, that was a long explanation. You guys are probably bored, so let's get into the games. Oh, anyway, that was fun. I like explaining Live Twins. That was a whole thing. Oh, we're going second. This deck can also go second. It's not the best at going second. You usually want to go first. But if they have a trap deck, it's like, yeah, you can do your stuff. But for now, let's see what he's doing. If he's playing Drytron, we lose. Ah! Maybe we don't lose if we draw a live twin monster, but oh my gosh, this is disgusting. This hand is bad. This hand is bad. I'm gonna ash here. Let's do this. Stop. Oh, he cross-outed. Man, if I had a ghost spell in my deck, that'd be insane. Ghost spell actually negates cross out. See, that's why this card is so good, because you can literally use it just to keep your plays going and interrupt like cards that you just want to if you want a card to resolve, this card lets it resolve. It is such a good card, and I don't see it played a lot in Master Duel, specifically because Drytron and Eldritch are the big decks, because Drytron and Eldritch, Drytron doesn't lose to Nibiru because it can just set up negates, and honestly, it can summon, using cards from the graveyard, it can summon Ultimateness, which is just stupid. And the only real thing it loses to is Droll, and you have built-in negates in the deck that you have in your hand that you can negate Droll with. So you don't really need Crossout in that deck. And Eldritch is a trap deck. If they stop your if you stop your searches, if they stop your card effects, you're like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. I can just do it again next turn if I don't lose, which they usually don't because they can just put monsters on the field as their trap cards. But anyway, here I have Lightning Storm. So if they don't play well, if they're not a very experienced player, then they'll probably put things in attack position, and I can Lightning Storm. And hopefully we draw a Live Twin Kiss a Kill or some way to get to it. We have like 20 cards that let us do it, so we'll see what happens. But honestly, this deck is really consistent. It's just sometimes you just draw like all hand traps, which is not bad because really all you need to draw is one of the monsters, and then like you have all the interruption in your hand, right? So it's not the worst. But if he goes into True King of all Calamities, I'm gonna cry. I'm going to cry. I will tell you right now. Not really, but you know, on the inside for sure. On the inside, I'm definitely going to cry because no one sees my pain. Only I see my pain, and with that, that's okay. It's not. It's just True Killing of all Calamities has given me nightmares. I can't believe they let it be legal in Master Duel. It's just so stupid. I really think they should have a game mode with just like the TCG ban list and then the OCG ban list and then a mix of people who want to play in the middle. Because like, you know, I like the TCG ban list because we don't have any of these first turn win type crap things. We used to have Drytron, but Drytron isn't good anymore because all their cards, the things that made them one turn win cards or the first turn win decks, got banned. So it's fine now. It doesn't really matter. But there still are some because new cards come out, new people find ways to screw you over multiple times. But hopefully he summons his True King and all Calamity. He's going for True King. But if he does, I hope he does it in attack position because that would be nice. What's he doing now? Okay, I don't know why he's doing this. Oh, maybe he just... Literally, that was unnecessary. He could have kept those two monsters, gone into something else. Is this a quick effect? I don't think it is. I don't know why he did that. Okay, so while he's doing this, I'll go into the live twin, like, lore and whatever. So for those of you who are interested, you can listen. For those of you who aren't, just watch my opponent do all this combo stuff. If there's anything interesting happen, I'll comment. But for now, anyway, the live twins, what they are is that their little live twin versions are VTubers, and if you don't know what they are, it's basically YouTubers, except they use anime personas. Little gross, this card's dumb. Anyway, this card makes it so I can't do anything, and he's summoned in defense position, so that makes me sad. You know what? That's not the worst thing. That's not the worst thing he could have been. I'm just gonna set this just in case. He doesn't have game here, but he could have game. So I'm actually gonna Lightning Storm here just in case. Just in case he does have game. He can't do anything. Go ahead. True King of all Clans. Go ahead. I have nothing. You can go ahead and do that. I don't care. Go ahead. Yeah. Okay, sure. Now I'm gonna set this and end my turn. Anyway, let's go back into it. So whether in the little versions, they're VTubers, so they're like, ooh, I make videos, I'm all cute and whatever. So that's why they have the little treat, which is a Halloween version. It's her Halloween costume, and the Kiss Kill Frost, which is her Christmas costume. I hope they come out with new live twin support. I love those cards so much. They're, besides heroes, they're definitely my favorite deck, and I've like they're like a special place in my heart just because they're the first deck that I have like really high rarity, because I got really lucky and pulled a lot of them in high rarity, which was like pulling as in like out of packs. Like I got them out of packs a lot, and that was really cool. So yeah. But anyway, and then their evil twin versions, which are the big. Oh, here I'll show the evil twin version. These cards, the Lilla, evil twin Lilla. Stop. I'll sure whatever. So the evil twins are their like real person people. They're real like forms. So they're actually jewel thieves by night. That's why they're evil twins. But they steal things and they're like, ooh, I'm evil and I'm cool and whatever. So they do that, and that's just, and all of their cards are like different operations, different like things they do, and it's just really cool. I think it's really cool. So we don't die here. We actually live it. But if we draw, actually no, Shen screws us over. I think we lose here. I think we lose here no matter what, because Shen just screws our deck up like a bunch, and True King just makes it so he can't play, which sucks. If that's the case, I think we just surrender here. I'll just go on to the next game. I'll probably do 2 or 3 here. I can't do anything against Calamities. Calamities makes it so that you can't activate any monster effects on the field or in the graveyard, and that's most of what you do in every deck. So it's basically, it's one of the ways that people have gotten to have done like first turn wins, basically. So because if you make it so your opponent can't do anything and you have like really big monsters on the field, then your opponent can't really win, and it's very there were, oh, let's go, an actually good hand. Fine. Okay, so first we're gonna bait out an Ash. So we're gonna bait out an Ash here. Let's search treat. I'm gonna summon Lilla. He doesn't have an Ash, I don't think. Lilla effect. I'll summon out I already have a Frost in hand, so I'll summon out a Kiss a Kill. Then we'll summon out a treat. I'll place up defense. So with this, we actually make it so we don't need... we already have the Scythe in hand, so we don't need to make Dagda. And with this, we can actually make IP Masquerena right away. So we'll use these two, because we want them in the graveyard first in case our opponent does anything. So this is where they would Nibiru if they have it. Do we have a... No! So they don't have any options, so they can't Nibiru here. So here we're going to go into Evil Twin Kiss a Kill. We're going to turn this to on. Then we're going to use her effect to summon back a Lilla. So for extension, we're going to keep that one in the graveyard just in case. Then we're going to go into Lilla. Then we're going to use Lilla's effect to summon out the Evil Twin Kiss a Kill, which gets us to draw a card. Oh, let's go! That's Nibiru proof. We're Nibiru proof. Let's actually go. But I don't think he had Nibiru, so just in case he has any funky stuff, I'm going to set it. And we're end phase. Usually in the new version of the deck, you don't leave these two out, but because we want to go into Crusadia Avamax right away, we're going to link away. So no, we're not going to use that. I'm not going to use that. We're going to link away So main phase 1, we're gonna, when they do anything, we're gonna IP off the Masquerena and the Lilla. So we're gonna IP off. We're gonna use Masquerena. So we're gonna link summon. We're going to go Crusadia Avermax. We're gonna link summon using Lilla and Masquerena. Summon him there. Then he's gonna do his stuff. That's fine. Okay, so he gets one extra deck summon just because I didn't really do anything, but that's not one that I care about. So he takes damage, he does things, and then we're going to bring out Lilla. We're going to bring out Lilla to destroy a card on the field. And with that, we are going to destroy our own Scythe. And with the Scythe, he doesn't have Called by the Grave, then he can't summon from the extra deck anymore, and I would like to see anyone play past that. So now with the end board after our first turn, this is basically what you would get anyway if we did our full first turn combo, but we had a good enough hand so that we didn't need to. So here we have a Crusadia Avermax, can't be targeted, can't be destroyed, and they can only target him for attacks, and he gains their attack when they attack every time they attack. So it's like, it's very hard to get over this card. Then we have the pop. We have the pop for Scythe. Then they can't use their extra deck, and for the next turn we can link these off, use their effects during our turn, and just be having a good time, you know. Our opponent, I don't think, is going to be having a good time, but you know, like we can feel bad for them later. But yeah, that's the deck. That's what the deck does. I hope I can show the new version of the deck, the one that I've been playing with in real life. I would love to be able to build my deck that I play in real life in this game. My hero deck as well as my live twin deck. I love the decks so much. I love this game, and these decks are ones that I like more than any of the others I've ever built. He realized he can only attack Crusadia Avermax. Yeah, Crusadia Avermax kind of annoying card. And this deck makes it so easily. You saw how, like, it's basically no investment whatsoever. So here, stop. I'm gonna turn this off because I don't like that. So we're going to special summon the backup secretary. With backup secretary and Lilla, we're going to use to summon Unicorn. We're going to get rid of this. We'll shuffle that back. Then we'll use this. Bring back Lilla. Pop his other monster. It doesn't really matter because we have this. I'm just really showing off right now. And then we attack for game. We'll attack with Crusadia Avermax last in case he has any funky stuff in his hand. Oh, what does he have here? I don't know what this does. Oh, he special summons himself. Oh, I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters. Oh, he has two of them. That does matter. That's actually really annoying. Okay, so we're gonna attack with this next. Man, so he lives another turn, which is kind of annoying, but it's whatever. Man, I wish the extra deck space is so much less tight in the other version because you don't play the first turn stuff. And I have like Appaloosa, I have Access Code Talker, so I can use all of these monsters to actually go into stuff that I would like to go into. And then, so what can we go into here? We can just go, I'll just bring out a Kiss a Kill using these two. So that gives me a pop during their turn. It gives me an interruption, which is nice. And so I think I'm only going to go this duel because I see the video is like 30 minutes long already, which is a long. I did a lot of time describing the deck, but I'll only do this for this video. But so he's gonna fusion summon. Depends on what he fusion summons. I'm gonna just destroy it. And honestly, I think if he summons anything in attack position, I think I win because I have to say to Avermax. But so DDs, what they do is just fusion summon. They do a lot of fusion summoning. So just another dark. Did all the damage. Oh, he gains because every time you would lose life points, he gains them instead. Okay, so he's gonna do that. I have my response off. That sucks. That actually sucks. I would have been able to make him not do that. What's he gonna do? I'm just gonna destroy his big monster, just because. What's he gonna do? Oh, it doesn't. I'm gonna destroy the one that he made right now. Loses 200. I'm gonna activate Loa, and he's going to cry. Unless I didn't read this, now we're good. I know DDDs don't have protection. I know how bad the deck is. I play a similar deck. I play heroes. It's just as bad. It loses to everything. It loses to everything, just like DDDs, just like Live Twins. The only thing is that Live Twins actually has Crusader Avamax. It doesn't have any way to stop your opponent except for Lila, and yeah, just Lila and all the hand traps that you play. So it does have ways to stop your opponent, but Heroes doesn't have any way to stop your opponent except for like the floodgates. So if they do anything to your cards, then you're just screwed. But so he's just gonna do that, which I'm okay with. Oh no way! This is actually really cool because we can do this. We can negate his effects, tribute off Lila. Negate his effects. We can summon back Lila. See, Forbidden Droplets just works really well in this deck. I really like it. I've played Forbidden Droplets in Heroes as well, which I'll do the deck profile on Heroes next time I play them. But you know what? Let's just finish them off easy. Let's go with Crusader Avermax. Let's go. Okay, well guys, that's the deck. That's Live Twins for you. For those of you who are interested, for those of you watching, yeah, so I'll go back to the deck. So you saw how all the cards work. You saw how you did see how the deck can brick because it does have like a bunch of cards. Honestly, this doesn't help. I don't like playing spell and trap removal main deck. I could probably take other stuff out. It's just I don't think 44 is that much of a big deal. You do see hands like that. Not quite often. Usually you have one Live Twin deck, and that's all you need. All you need is one Live Twin, because you saw one Live Twin summons out the other one, that you go into the big ones, and the big ones burning each other out, and you can just do full combo. But sometimes you do see bad hands, just like in every other deck, but it's not often. This deck is really consistent, actually. And yeah, but that's how the deck works. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, you know what to do. And yeah, see you guys later. Hope you have a great day.